So in the U.S., we're seeing an interesting trend with snack foods, especially regional players. What we're seeing is some interesting ways that they are achieving growth within the U.S. So to start out, there's a company called Tasty Cake. Now, Tasty Cake has had the strategy of expanding its distribution network, which it's done through basically being acquired. It was acquired in 2011 by Flower Foods. Now, Tasty Cakes originally was Philadelphia-based and largely catered to the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states. But now that it is a subsidiary of Flower Foods, it has access to a wide distribution network in a lot of southern states, and since then has seen incredible growth. Since 2011, it's grown from $200 million in sales to $300 million. Of course, this was partially helped by the temporary collapse of Hostess brands. But besides that, there are other companies who have been able to rapidly expand without being acquired. Skinny Pop, which is a local favorite of Chicago, based out in Skokie, Illinois, has been able to grow incredibly in the last few years. In 2011, it had $4 million in sales, and is projected to go nearly $80 million in sales in 2014. And it's largely been doing that entirely by itself. It sells its brand of low-calorie popcorn in a lot of C-stores and mass merchandisers and drugstores across the country now. It's been rapidly expanding. It's even looking towards international markets at this point. But rapid distribution expansion isn't the only way that some of these regional players have been really successful. See's Candy, which is based out of California, is right now the 12th largest player in confectionery. It was bought by Berkshire Hathaway about 40 years ago for $25 million, but currently does nearly $400 million in sales every year. And it does this largely through its See's Candy shops. It has about 200 in the U.S., but a lot of them are still just based out of California. And this incredible size and growth that it's had has been through a lot of consumer loyalty. Out in California, it is the candy shop for a lot of consumers, and they bring that back out when they move away. So department stores like Macy's have started to sell See's candies because they're so popular with people from that region. So those are three ways that regional players have found great success over the past few years through either expanding their distribution network or an incredible amount of consumer loyalty. But in either case, it's been incredibly successful for these companies.